And we are live for UFC Fight Night 88. Thomas Almeida versus No Love with Ricky Marmol and
What's up, dude? Justin. What's up, guys?
all right. So you got the first fight.
Okay, guys. First fight in this card. It's a really good card, by the way. Stacked from top to bottom. A lot of good fights. A lot of these fights are pretty hard to call. Like, to be honest, like I'm a fan of a lot of these fighters that fighting each other, but it's a really stacked card. But most of these fights are hard to call. Okay, so first fight in the heavyweight division, we got Chris De La Rocha versus Adam Milstead. So, it's not. I don't know. It's a good fight. It's Adam Milstead's making his debut. He's 7-1. He's on a 7-fight winning streak. He lost his debut TKO loss. He's been around. He's been in Bellator and some other organizations, but I'm not a big fan of De La Rocha. He lost his debut against Daniel Olmiachak, and he got smoked in like the first round. And he's more of a wrestler kind of dude. He's big. He's like, I think he weighs in like a 260. And then Milstead's a lot leaner, like 230. And I think he's going to be quicker and just knock him out in the first round. So I'm going to go with Milstead. I'm not sure if I'm going to bet on this fight because he's making his debut. And I don't know, man. But I'm going with Milstead. What about you?
Well, to me, it's a hard call to predict because like they're heavyweights and they're kind of not really, to be honest, they're not really that well known. I don't really know them that well. I tried, but to heavyweight, I'm probably not going to bet on it, but I'm probably going to have to just listen to you and go for the win. Yeah, probably finish because they're heavyweights. I don't see it going the distance unless it gets boring, I'll probably go with.
I'm nervous though because I picked Cody East against Wall Harris, another guy making his debut, and he lost. So I'm a little nervous for this pick, but I'm going to pick Milstead. So, okay. Announce the next fight.
Next fight. See, next fight I'm actually pretty excited about. It's going to be Sterling versus Caraway. Aljamain Sterling, Funkmaster. He's ranked at number 4. And we got Brian Caraway. He's known for dating Misha Tate. They're going to fight at 135 pounds, bantamweight. I don't really see how Brian Caraway will win this fight at all. To me, he's kind of very one-dimensional fighter. He does the same thing over and over again. He does this leading left hook and then goes for the takedown. He pretty much does it all the time. It's like his go-to. He's got pretty good grappling when he gets to the floor. He does have some good finish. Like, he has finished people, right? He's choked people out a couple of times. I personally am not a fan of him. The only thing he's got going for him is Misha Tate, to be honest. But other than that, I don't really care for him that much. When I was doing some research on the guy, like I read that he like called out. I think his name was like Eddie Wineland or something when he after that guy just got his like jaw broken. So like when I saw that, I was kind of like, disappointed in him, because like to me that's kind of you should be calling out the guy that won, not the guy that lost, So I'm not a fan of Brian Caraway at all. I'm gonna go with Aljamain Sterling. It's kind of hard to pronounce his first name, but I'm gonna go with him for the win. He's like a beast, man. He just reminds me of a smaller version of John Jones. I was actually thinking that before they even said it during the fight, but he just looks pretty. He's long for his weight division. He's got long reach. He's very strong. He's got flashy striking, just like John Jones, and he's ripped. Yeah, he's ripped, and he's got great wrestling, just like John Jones. I don't see Brian Caraway imposing his game at all. I think that they're probably gonna strike for a good amount of time, and there's no way Brian Caraway is gonna out-grapple Sterling because Sterling is just way too strong. I think he trains with Sarah and Weidman or something like that, maybe over
Matt Sarah, yeah, Matt Sarah.
Dude, Matt Sarah's a beast.
Yeah,
he's great. He's a great grappler. So Caraway is going to finish this fight. I don't see him winning in any way, in stand-up or grappling. I think it's going to go the distance, though, because unless Sterling gets a TKO, because Caraway still does have some good grappling, so I don't think he's going to be able to. I think it's going to go the distance, but a dominant decision win for Sterling, for sure. Dominant decision. What do you think?
I like that pick, dude. It's a lot of a closer fight than people think. Like, Brian Caraway, he's honestly like one of the best grapplers in the division, but his stand-up's weak, dude. Like, just like you said, like he kind of throws like just like Misha Tate. They have like the same like style, and obviously Sterling doesn't have like the best stand-up. Like we've seen, it's like okay, it's not like elite, you know. I want to see him fight like a good stand-up fighter, but it's a closer fight than people think. I'm going with Sterling, obviously. I'm not going to pick Caraway, but if it goes to the ground, it's going to be fun to watch. Like I can see some good exchanges on there for sure. And I pick Sterling all day for sure in a dominant decision. I can see a late finish. I don't see him knocking him out though with a TKO. I see like a late sub.
No, when I say TKO, I mean ground and pound.
Yeah, that's good. Honestly, that Sterling fight against Takei Mitazaki, that was a sick fight. Dude, he subbed him off his back. I haven't seen a submission like that. Like, it was an arm triangle off his back. I haven't seen that in a long time. That was really impressive, dude. And Mitazaki's no slouch.
Yeah, he's a freak athlete, man. That's why I think he's just going to win. And he's actually, I see him doing really well in this division and making his way up. He's a new up-and-comer for sure.
Yeah, dude, this is like a four-man tournament. Like, the winner of this fight is going to fight the main event winner, in my opinion. Like, this fight should even be on the prelim. This should be on the main card.
Yeah, you're right. The main event.
Yeah, the winner of the main event is fighting the winner of this fight, in my opinion. I don't know why, like, they have this four-man tournament. One of the fighters on the Fight Pass prelims and the main event's retarded, dude. But
you know why they're doing that, right? They're putting a stacked fight on the Fight Pass prelim, so people
they always do that.
So people buy the Fight Pass, dude. That way they do. That's
true.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I agree though. Okay, so we both got Sterling.
Yeah, let's move on to Koch versus Campbell.
All right, the next fight is in the lightweight division. We got Eric Koch versus Shane Campbell. You know what? This is a good fight. Both guys are good. I like Eric Koch. Obviously, he's facing a two-year layoff, which sucks. You know, like I hate picking guys that have those long layoffs, but he's good, dude. He trains with Rupa Sports, so he trains with Pettis. Obviously, we know Pettis is on a 3-fight losing streak, not doing that good. But Koch's a good fighter. He's 14-4. Most of his wins are by finishes. His last fight against Darren Cruikshank, he was looking really good, dude. And then he got knocked out. It was a TKO. And before you like laugh at me, because I know like I'm a big Cruikshank fan. Cruikshank is so good on the feet, dude. You just can't beat him on the feet. But if you take him down, it's over. Like Cruikshank has the worst takedown defense. He gets subbed so easy. Like Koch should have took him down. I don't know. You cannot stand with Cruikshank. You can't. But anyways, Koch lost, and then he's facing this two-year-long layoff. Before that, he got a knockout in his lightweight debut against Rafael Oliveira, some scrub. But anyways, knocked him out in a minute. So he's 1-1 in the division. Like he's only been in this division twice. He used to be back in the day. But before that, he was making some good waves in the featherweight division. You know, he almost got a title shot against Aldo. He lost to Dustin Poirier in a very close fight. He's been around. He's beaten some good competition. Knocked out Francisco Rivera in WBC. And he also knocked out Rafael Sansa, who's fighting TJ. So he's had some big wins. And Shane Campbell, man, he's not that impressive in my opinion. He's 12-4, 7 wins by finish, but he's 1-2 in the UFC. He lost to John Medeski by knockout, and then he beat Elias Cerveo. Kind of looks like Kenny Florian in a decision win. But wasn't that impressive. And then he just lost to James Krause in a close decision. But I see Eric Koch as being too much for him. The long layoff worries me a little bit, but I'm picking Koch. He's a better athlete. I think he has better stand-up, and that's Campbell's bread and butter. But I think Koch's good everywhere. I don't know if I see it a finish. I'm gonna pick a decision, maybe a finish like late, but I'm gonna pick Koch by decision. It's a close fight, so I'm gonna pick Koch.
I think I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I don't know these fighters that well, but that layoff kind of scares me, and especially when these guys are that like this new, or like they're like they're not no dominant, they're not like a Dominic Cruz, you know. So I don't think he's gonna do that well in his first fight, as opposed to Shane Campbell. He's been pretty active. You're right, he did lose. He did lose in February, but I mean, he's been pretty active since in these past 2 years, right? So he's had more fights in this last year. So I think he's gonna get the decision.
It's a close fight.
That's it. It'll be a close decision for Shane Campbell. That's for sure. All right, let's move on to the next fight with Jake Collier and Alberto Uda. They're going to be fighting in the middleweight division at 185 pounds. To be honest, I think, wasn't this like a kind of a late replacement for Uda? Who is this guy? You know him?
He's making his debut.
All right. Well, I've never seen him fight before. Don't know who he is. I seen Jake Collier fight. I'm not that impressed with him, but he's a wrestler, and I think wrestlers are pretty good in general. I'm gonna go with him with the decision win, 3rd round decision for Jake Collier. Yeah, I don't. He's been TKO'd, so I'm just gonna go with him because he's been fighting in the UFC. But I think he's just gonna get a decision. What do you think?
I'm gonna pick Collier too. I'm not impressed with either guy, but obviously Uda's 9-0 making his debut, but he's not that impressive. I watched his last fight against Thiago Perpetuo. He used to be in the UFC, and he got a finish, but he doesn't look that impressive, to be honest.
No.
And Collier, obviously he has 2 losses in the UFC, both by TKO, but he's winning those fights. So I think I don't know, man. I'm going to go with Collier. I think just like you said, he's been in the UFC, he's fought better competition. He was beating Vitor Miranda, who fights later, and then before he lost, obviously, but he's looked good in his fights. Then he just like loses. So I'm going to go with Collier. It's not a confident pick. I'm not going to bet on this fight. I'm saying like a split decision for Jake Collier.
Yeah, like he's gonna get you like 50 points on DraftKings. So there's
I wouldn't bet on this card, or I mean on this fight. Okay.
DraftKings. All right, let's go to the next guy for the Beast, the Killer, Abel Trujillo and Jordan Rinaldi.
It's a good fight, dude, for sure. It was supposed to be Abel Trujillo versus Carlos Diego Ferreira, but then he got tested positive for steroids. He's gonna be out for a year. I was gonna pick Trujillo in that matchup. So I'm going to pick Trujillo in this matchup. Trujillo, dude, I think he's a little more well-rounded, man, to be honest, than he used to be. His only 2 losses are against Khabib and Ferguson. Obviously, Khabib just took him down to will. But the Ferguson fight, he won that first round. He looked good against Ferguson. Then he just gassed out and got choked. Against Gleison Tibau, he got choked, but it got reversed to a no contest. And it was a bad stoppage. He was not out in that submission at all. But Tibau got, tested positive for steroids, so that was a no contest. Trujillo really impressed me in the last fight. I picked Tony Sims to win that fight. And I didn't know that, like, right when he took him down, man, Trujillo, dude, that was a sick submission, dude. So, obviously, Rinaldi, dude, his bread and butter is submissions, wrestling. I'm afraid, dude, for him, like, he's going to get lit up on the feet, and I can see something like going for a crappy takedown and getting stuffed again. Like, you can't underestimate Trujillo anymore. He's not a one-trick pony he used to be. He trains at a good camp. He has good submissions, dude, and he's good on the ground now. So that was the fight, his last fight, that really, like, I don't see Trujillo being a contender, obviously, anytime soon, but he's fighting a dude that was on The Ultimate Fighter. He lost his debut fight. He lost his fight in the house against Joe Proctor on the Crude versus Faber season. Then he gets cut from WSOF. Come on, dude. This dude is going to get smoked by Trujillo. So, first round finish, Trujillo.
I agree. I think Trujillo is just going to be too strong for him. He's going to knock him out. And like you said, he's gonna land some heavy shots on the feet, and he might get, if he doesn't get hurt and finished on the feet, he's gonna go probably for like a sloppy takedown, you know, and then get it choked out. Like you said, he got a first round submission against Tony Sims, and that's pretty impressive.
It's a good fight, dude. A really good win for him.
Yeah. So like you said,
that fight. Tony Sims is beating him on the feet.
Right, and he choked him out. So that says a lot. His chokes are dangerous. It's very good for sloppy takedowns. You know, it's very easy to land a guillotine or choke someone out with the type of choke when they go for a sloppy takedown and they're hurt. So I see Trujillo finishing the fight. I'm probably going to pick him. Probably going to bet on him.
Me too.
I see him finishing the fight, and I think it's going to be a good bet to go with.
For sure. Okay, yeah. The next fight. This is my least confident pick of the entire night. We got Sarah McMann versus Jessica Eye in the women's bantamweight division. It's a really hard fight to call, to be honest. Sarah McMann's 8-3. She had a devastating loss in her last fight against Amanda Nunes. She just got, I don't know, man, she got ran over, dude, by a bull. And then before that, she lost a very close decision to Misa Tate. She won that first round, but Tate won those last 2 rounds. People thought that was a controversial fight. I scored Tate, dude, in that fight. Tate looked really good in those last 2 rounds. But it was close, but I got Tate. McMahon's good, dude, but she's just a wrestler, dude. She doesn't really have any stand-up. I mean, Jessica Eye, obviously, she's all stand-up. She doesn't have the best takedown defense, and that plays good in maybe Sarah McMahon's, game plan, all that stuff. But I see a close decision, and I'm going to say Jessica Eye just because what I said to you recently about her and Stipe train together, and I think Stipe getting that belt, dude, is going to have that momentum in her corner, dude, and she's going to get the win. So I'm not seeing a finish. Jessica Eye is good stand-up, dude, but I don't know, man. She loses a lot of her, the fights I think she's going to win. I thought she could have beaten Pena, but Pena won, and I don't know. I'm not impressed with either girl. They're not going to be, world champs and all that, but just like what I said about the whole Stipe thing, I think that's an edge, in my opinion. He just won the belt. They train together. It's going to give her the momentum to go out there and get that win. So I see a razor-close win for Jessica Eye.
Dude, I don't understand why people keep saying that, training with Steve does anything. It's not like they spar together. Steve's a heavyweight like that. I don't really think that's gonna do anything to her advantage.
They train at the same gym. It's gonna help her, dude.
It's not gonna give her a magical takedown defenses all of a sudden overnight, are they? No, they're not. I
agree on that, but I don't think she's gonna get taken down that much, to be honest.
Dude, she's gonna get taken down a lot. It's just gonna be Sarah McMann on a takedown clinic, pretty much. She's not gonna stand there and box with Jessica Eye. I don't think. If she does, she's dumb and she's gonna lose. But what I see is Sarah McMann imposing her will, imposing her game, taking her down, and just smothering her for 3 rounds for a decision. She's not gonna be able to defend those takedowns. Sarah McMann did get knocked out pretty recently by Amanda Nunes. She got choked out. Sorry, she got hurt. She got hurt striking, right? And then she choked her out.
Nunes lit her up.
Yeah, and she got lit up pretty much.
Hey, I'm not confident in this pick, dude. I told you I'm not confident at all.
Right. So I think that Sarah McMann is going to out-wrestle her for sure. I don't think Jessica Eye is going to be able to defend the takedowns. And I don't think that Sarah McMahon is going to want to box with her. She's not going to want to stand up if she does. So I'm going to go with McMahon. For the decision. 3 rounds.
It's a super close fight. It's my least confident pick. I'm not betting this fight, but I'm going to pick Eye in a close decision.
I'm not betting either.
I don't really care about this fight, to be honest.
I'm not really excited about this fight either. I think it's gonna be boring.
Yeah,
to be
this
honest.
is the fight you go get your food. This is the fight you go to, like, you know, in and out, get your food, come back, and then watch the next fight.
But that's the fight where you stop, you leave your house, and you go to the bar, and then get ready to watch the main event at the bar.
All right, dude. Present the next fight.
All right, you got this.
Okay. So the first fight in the main card, we got Josh Burkman versus Paul Felder, the Irish Dragon. Felder's 11-2. Burkman is 29-12. A lot of people in this fight are picking Burkman. I don't know why. Obviously, Paul Felder, he didn't look that good against Ross Pearson. He lost a close decision. But Felder's beat, I don't know, man. Felder, I like Felder a lot. But one thing I don't like about him is that when he gets, like, when he loses or when he's losing the fight, he just, like, comes forward with his hands down and he gets, like, really mad. And, like, he needs to change that because that doesn't work for him at all. He's getting lit up with his hands down. You can see, like, Pearson's really frustrating him, dude. And, like, you can just tell in his dialogue, like, Felder was pissed. Like, he gets pissed and he just comes forward, have his hands down. He needs to quit doing that. But I like Felder a lot, dude. I mean, that sub against Cruikshank was pretty sick. He's been in a very good fight against Essen Barbosa. Barbosa beat him close, but it was a really good fight. And then his debut win against Danny Castillo was pretty sick with that spinning back fist. And Burkman, I'm not impressed, dude. He's on his way out. He's washed up. He looked good against Kote, but then Kote knocked him out. And what really pissed me off about him is his fight against Donghyun Kim, Stungyun. He was winning, dude, on the feet. He could have knocked him out. And he goes for the takedown repeatedly. Like, his corner, man, I don't know what they were telling him, but he could have knocked out one of the best top 10 welterweights in the world. And what does he do? He goes for the takedown, gets subbed. Like, you're an idiot. He was winning that fight. He was hurting Donghyun Kim. So I'm going with Felder with the finish. I can see a sub or a knockout, but I'm gonna go with this knockout for Felder. Felder's too much for him, dude.
When do you think it's gonna finish? Early or towards the end?
I see maybe like second or third round. Burkman does have a good chin, but all that damage he took against Kote and Lombard, I mean, it's gonna only catch up to him, dude. Like, I don't think he can last 3 whole rounds with Felder. And Felder's a better fighter, I guess, like, throughout the fight. He's a slow starter, just like Cowboy Cerrone.
I don't know how he lost against Pearson though. That kind of.
It was a close fight too, but just Pearson did more. Pearson did a little more.
Anyway, I agree though. I think Paul Felder is gonna take the win. He's probably gonna get a finish. I think because, like you said, Josh Burkman is just kind of old, and I think he's on his way out. He's washed up. I was kind of surprised that he got the win over KJ Nunes, but
Nunes is washed up too, dude.
Yeah, props to him though for getting the win. But like you said, Josh Felder, he's new, he's younger. I think he's hungrier. He's gonna go out and get the finish quick. I think it's gonna be like first round or early second round finish. Because, dude, Josh Burkman just looks like an old man now, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't see him winning the fight.
He shouldn't be in the lightweight division. He should go back up to welterweight. I think it's a bad cut for him too. He's probably gonna look drained out there, dude.
Yeah, he doesn't look healthy. You know what I mean?
He does it. This is his second fight at lightweight. Like, his whole life he's been fighting at welterweight. Like, he needs to go back up, but he's gonna get smoked in this fight. I'm a Paul Felder fan, but I don't know, man. There's a couple things that I don't like about Felder, like I already said, but I think he should beat Burkman. All right, announce the next fight.
The next fight I'm really excited about. It's gonna be it's George Masvidal versus Lorenz Larkin. I think it's gonna be a really interesting fight to watch.
I can't wait for this fight.
I think Lorenz Larkin is a beast. His nickname's the Monsoon. They're fighting at the welterweight, 170 pounds. George Masvidal, he's technical. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the fight plays out. You know, I don't think that Masvidal can stand and bang with Larkin because Larkin's pretty powerful and his leg kicks are pretty vicious, man. Did you see them against Tumina?
They're nasty, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I think he won that fight, dude.
Yeah, but I don't think so. I don't know. I don't even think it was close. I think Tuminov dominated him. I don't know why judges give leg kicks so many points. To be honest, I mean, they're very effective, but I don't see why they get so many points.
It was a close fight. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, and I think George Masvidal is lighter on his feet. You know what I mean? So I think if he dances around and he just uses his technique instead of and just stands with him and trades, I think if he uses his technique, it can go the distance and he can get the decision win. If he's aggressive, he can't coast like he usually does. He's lighter on his feet, and I think but it's gonna be a hard fight, to be honest. I don't know if I want to bet on this fight. I might bet on Masvidal since he's an underdog, but it's I don't know. It's hard to call.
This is a very good matchup, dude. This is like one of the number one fights in this card I'm looking forward to. I'm a big fan of both, dude, so it's hard to pick one of these guys. Larkin trains in Millennia, 10 minutes away from my house. And then, I don't know, man. He's going against Masvidal. What are you doing, dude? Anyways, I like Jorge Masvidal in this fight. I just feel like he has like the better grappling, the stand-up's kind of close because obviously that's like Larkin's like cream of his crop and all that. But most of Larkin's losses, dude, to be honest, are against like guys that can just take him down. And I think Masvidal can do the same. Masvidal's on a small welterweight. He's a huge lightweight. And Larkin probably gonna be the bigger guy, but I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be a lot closer fight than people think. I want to pick Larkin so bad because I live in the same city he was in, you know. But
can I just my bad, but I don't think Larkin's that much bigger than him. Masvidal is taller. I mean, they're the same height, but Masvidal has longer reach, so maybe he's got 74-inch reach. Larkin has 72. It's not that big of a difference, but I mean, people keep saying that he's so much smaller than Larkin, but he might be skinny, a little skinnier, but that's about it. And I don't think that the size is going to make a big difference in the fight.
Yeah, it's not by a lot. Anyways, yeah, dude, Masvidal's 1-1 in the welterweight division, and he looked really good in his debut fight against Cesar Ferreira. Now he knocked out a middleweight, dude, and then his fight against Benson, dude, it was a very close fight. I think he beat Benson Henderson, dude, to be honest. So I'm gonna go with Masvidal in a close decision, maybe a finish. I said maybe a submission, and a lot of people criticize me lately about, oh, he's not gonna submit him. He has 5%, but that Darce choke against Chiesa was pretty impressive, and I can see a Darce in this fight, to be honest. I want to pick Larkin because I'm a big fan of both, to be honest, but I'm picking Masvidal by a dominant decision or a late finish. What was that random stuff in the video 5 minutes ago when I was trying to do my pick, dude?
Oh, my girlfriend came in. My girlfriend came in.
Oh, okay, sure. Okay. It's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The next fight on this card is going to be between Chris Camozzi and Vitor Miranda. This is a good matchup. You know what? I don't know why a lot of people are picking Miranda in this matchup because obviously he's on a 3-fight winning streak against scrubs, in my opinion. He's older. He's 37. He's a good fighter. I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he sucks. Camozzi, yeah, you know, he's been a big decision guy his whole life. He's not a big finisher. His last fight was pretty impressive against Joe Riggs, but I just see him having more tools to beat Miranda. Like Miranda, he's always losing his fights, dude. Like even Jay Collier was beating him. He's always losing in the first round, then he comes back and wins. And I just think Camozzi's the bigger guy. He has the grappling edge. Miranda gets taken down as well. and I think Camozzi can just smother him for 3 rounds, to be honest. So I can see like maybe a 29-28 decision or a late finish for Camozzi. But Camozzi's knees were sick against Joe Riggs. Yes, it's Joe Riggs. He's a washed-up fighter. He's not that good anymore. But that was dude. He just killed him, dude, in like 10 seconds. And his interview after that, he was saying he's to start finishing people. Camozzi's been training with Chris Weidman for the past couple weeks. I see Camozzi getting a win in this fight. Maybe not a finish, but I'm going to pick a dominant decision.
Dude, Chris Weidman just pulled out of the fight.
We know, dude. We know.
So I'm gonna have to disagree. I think Miranda's gonna win this fight. I'm pretty impressed with his recent performances. Unlike you, I don't know why you're not, but like he did stuff that takedown pretty well against Marcelo Guimarães, and he started elbowing the crap out of his face, and then got the finish.
Dude, I'm impressed.
TKO.
Hey, I'm impressed with Miranda. Just it's not against good competition. I'm not saying Joe Riggs is good competition either. Just Camozzi's been in there with better guys.
I don't think so. I think anyway, yeah. So I think that Miranda's gonna get the finish. His striking is just impressive. I don't like to pick fighters that go for decisions. So I'm gonna go with Miranda for the finish, and I think we're ready for the next fight with Saffiedine. Wait, did it get pulled or no? It's Story and
I read today that most likely he's not gonna fight. So, I mean, I hope Neil Magny comes in, dude. But should we still predict this fight just in case like they fight? We'll find out more tomorrow. He's gonna get an MRI tomorrow.
Okay, well, I mean, if Story fights Saffiedine, I'm gonna pick Story for sure.
Me too.
The thing I don't like about him is like he's not very active. You know, he fights like every 2 years or so.
They both get hurt a lot, him and Saffiedine.
Right. So I don't know, but he was pretty impressive against Gunnar Nelson. I know that was a long time ago, but to me that says something. He's very powerful. He's got good grappling, and he's got some heavy shots. So if he's fighting Tarek Saffiedine, then I think he can finish him probably like second round, third round maybe. If not, it's going to be a dominant decision with some good points. It'll be late though. I don't see it kind of early unless it's just a nice shot, but because he does throw heavy. If he fights Tarek Saffiedine, I think he's going to win. Story, but if Story fights Magny, he's going to get destroyed.
Magny's going to smoke him, dude, in my opinion.
Yeah, did you see his? I think Magny. Did you see his fight against Hector Lombard, where he just? To me, that says a lot when you're like at the brink of like. You're about
he has a really good chin, Magny. Really good chin, dude.
Yeah, man, he survived and he finished. You know, to me, that was very impressive. You know, so if he fights Neil Magny, I'm definitely gonna go pick on Magny. What do you think?
Story fights Saffiedine. I'm going with Story. Saffiedine has good stand-up, but he looked terrible against Jake Ellenberger. And Ellenberger cracked him in that last round, so that kind of worries me about his chin, to be honest. Story against Gunnar Nelson, he looked really good. Those body shots, dude, he had on Gunnar were sick to watch, to be honest. I'll pick Story against Saffiedine all day for sure. Maybe a late finish, more likely dominant decision. But if he fights Magny, dude, I don't see Magny knocking him out. His Story has a very good chin. But I see Magny getting a decision or like a sub. The Story, you know, Damian Maia tapped him pretty easily. Obviously, he tapped Magny too. But I'm going to go with Story over Saffiedine. And then if Magny fights him, I'll pick Magny. But we'll have to see what happens. Okay, so 2 more fights. I have to go to work pretty soon. The co-main event is Renan Barao, number 2 ranked featherweight, making his debut, by the way, against Jeremy Stephens. This is a pretty good fight, in my opinion. It's a lot closer than people think. I feel like a lot of people are going to pick Jeremy Stephens because he's a bigger guy, and people are saying Barao's done, all that. Obviously, Dillashaw messed up his chin, dude, twice. And Barao's going to be a big featherweight, in my opinion. He's drained in that division. And Barao's a way more well-rounded fighter than Stephens. Barao has a good stand-up. Stephens has a good stand-up too. But I can see Barao just taking him down, tapping him. Like Jeremy Stevens had that good fight against Bermudez, but then against Holloway didn't do anything. He lost 2 decisions against Cub Swanson and Charles Oliveira. I'm not a big believer in Stevens, dude. Like I just see Barao like running through him. So I got Barao by a first, second round finish.
You think it could finish? You think Barao's gonna go get the finish?
Yeah, he's gonna make a statement, dude. I got Barao.
Yeah, I don't know why so many people are picking Jeremy Stevens for this fight. You know, if do you know if he's if Barao? So, but Barao is still the favorite though, right? On the betting.
Barao's gonna be the favorite. I'm pretty positive.
Yeah, Barao's the favorite. So
everyone's picking Stevens because he's the bigger guy. He used to be a lightweight and all that.
He doesn't even have like impressive wins. You know, I mean, he has an impressive win over Dennis Bermudez, but that's about it. He lost to Holloway, Charles Oliveira, and Cub Swanson. Cub Swanson's okay. You know what I mean? He's good, but he's okay. So I don't think Stevens is gonna get the finish. He's gonna get the win at all. Barao's hungry. So, but like I hate to say it, but the Brazilians haven't been doing that great after the.
They haven't, dude. I'm not a big fan of picking Brazilians, but you have to sometimes.
Yeah. Like with Damian Maia, I don't know why I didn't pick him first, but I think I'm gonna have to pick the Brazilian on this one because he was just on it before. You know what I mean? I think
he has, dude.
maybe the weight cut was too tough on him when he fought TJ. You know, and it's getting too because TJ is kind of a smaller guy, so the weight cut is probably a lot faster for him.
Yeah,
probably hard to keep up. So I'm interested to see how Barao's gonna do in this new division. Hopefully, it's probably gonna be a lot easier weight cut. He's probably gonna be stronger. He's probably gonna be faster.
He's probably gonna be better too. Way better chin.
Yeah, he got TKO too, so it's not like he got knocked out. So there's a difference.
Yeah. I'm not sold on Stevens, dude. Like when he knocked out Bermudez, he missed weight by like 5 pounds. A lot of people don't know that. I'm not impressed with Stevens. Barao's gonna make a statement and finish him.
Pick Barao to win too. Early finish in the first or second round. If it doesn't get finished quick, it's probably going to be a decision. Third round.
All right. Last fight, dude. Go ahead.
All right, man. I'm really stoked for this fight. Like you said, it's almost like they're doing a tournament style setup with these with the 2 fights with Sterling Caraway and Almeida and Garbrandt. I'm very excited to see this fight because I feel like this is a good test for both of these fighters.
It is.
I saw Almeida before. He almost got finished by like a no-name. He came back, took a defeat, and got the finish, which was very, very impressive.
It's so much heart.
But yeah, it showed a lot of heart, showed a lot of skill. He's very fast, he's very strong, and he knows he can finish. His striking, he has good striking. It's quick, but I'm interested to see. It's a good test for both him and Nola. Very impressive too. His last fight against that Augusto Mendez was a first round finish. He was throwing some heavy hands that night. I think it's going to be a good test for both of them, but I think it's going to be a matter of who has a better chin, to be honest. Because to be honest, I think Cody No Love has a better chin. He's been around in boxing, so I think he's going to be able to take some shots. He's going to weather the storm, and I hope that he finishes Almeida because I'm going to be betting on him for sure because he's an underdog, and I like that payout for that. The chances of that he has to win. I think if his chin lasts, he can win the fight. What do you think?
We've been talking about this fight for a while, dude. I'm a huge Cody Nova fan, dude, to be honest. Trains alpha male. You're going to be shocked what I'm about to say, but I'm actually picking against you, dude. Like, I've been thinking about this fight for the past, 2 days, super, a lot. And I already told you my pick was No Love a couple of days ago, but I'm picking Almeida, dude. I just can't pick against him right now, dude. He looks so impressive. That Brad Pickett win, dude, was so good, dude. Like, he has so much heart. His chin's really good. Noah's been knocked out before for the UFC, and he got knocked out in one of his boxing matches. I don't see him beating Almeida, dude. I just can't pick Noah. I was gonna pick Noah, dude, but I can't, dude. Noah, he didn't look good against Henry Briones, and Almeida's look good in every fight, dude. And he shows after he gets hurt, like he gets that finish, dude. Like, I can't pick against Almeida right now. Can't. So I'm picking Almeida. It's hard for me to do that because I'm a big Garbrandt fan. But I'm going to be picking Almeida in this fight.
Yeah, I can't blame. I mean, like you said, I don't blame you because I think it's pretty.
It's a hard fight, dude, to call, to be honest. But
that knockout you showed me of Noah kind of scared me too. Made me like wonder because because.
It's before he, you know, he's an alpha male and all that stuff.
Alpha males, whatever. I call it, they're like Team Alpha fail. But
yeah, but dude, Almeida sets all the strikes up, dude. Like, his stand-up is so good to watch, dude. He has good takedown defense. Obviously, Noah has the edge in the grappling, but I don't know if he can take him down, dude.
I think they're gonna strike the whole. They're gonna stand and trade the whole time. So.
Yeah, and that's bad for Noah, to be honest. Almeida has the better stand-up.
He does.
Noah just has like his like right hook and his left hook. You know, like Almeida's good everywhere, man.
He's got elbows. He's got knees. He's got everything. So, I mean, like you said, I've been going back and forth, but I think I might just put my money on Noah anyway, just because. We'll see how it goes. I want to do some Are you gonna do any parlays this fight?
Yeah, I probably am. I'm not sure like what yet, but obviously they're not all out on the bottom, and the DraftKings lineups aren't out yet. Hope they come out ASAP, but I'm gonna be putting Trujillo probably in like all my DraftKings lineups, and then probably a parlay with him. I'm not sure with who yet. We'll have to see, but I think Trujillo's the most confident pick on this card.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to agree with you. I wanted to go with. I wanted to bet on Sterling, but I saw the odds, and he's just such a heavy favorite.
Yeah.
He's too expensive. You won't make any money off of it. But I don't see him losing the fight, so it's not like I want to bet on Caraway either.
Yeah, and I might put Masvidal in there too. I wanted to put Story in there, but he's not even fighting Saffiedine. It looks like. Well, we'll see tomorrow.
You know, I forgot Masvidal might be a good one to put in there too for an underdog.
It's a close fight, Larkin, and I'm picking Masvidal.
I might do a parlay with Masvidal and Trujillo. That might be. I might like that payout. Or Miranda. I forgot. Do you know who's the underdog for that fight?
Camozzi.
It's Camozzi.
Camozzi for sure.
Camozzi, right? Yeah, we'll see. Still got to see when the DraftKings come out, but all right.
Wait, dude, this is a good card. All right, dude. See it.